The SONSOL project, initiated by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dickson, aims to provide quality education to underprivileged students. This year, the project continues to thrive, impacting numerous lives.
God. My name is Kudapo Belinda Mabel, a first-year student reading BSc Agriculture.
My name is David Finn, a first-year student reading Meteorology and Climate Science.
My name is Aisha Muftao, a first-year student studying Quantity Surveying and Construction Economics. I'm from the northern part of Ghana, precisely Tamale.
I'm from a family of 5 with a mom who has a physical challenge. That's to say, she's having a problem with her leg, hence could not do her daily activities to provide for our needs. I lost my dad at a very tender age. And looking at my mom's situation, I decided to go and stay with my aunt. She was having children, hence providing for us was very difficult. I can say that my basic school education was a very tough journey. During that period, even what to eat, paying of classes fee, all those things were very difficult for me. So at times I had to go to people's house during weekends, wash, clean for them, to gather money during weekdays to pay for my classes fee and then my feeding fee. At times it doesn't reach, but by the help of some colleagues of mine, I've been able to go through it, and it came to time that my health was depreciating.
I was born into a family of 5 and I'm the third born. After my father's death, my mom had to take care of us, and my other siblings, they took their own part other than the one my mom wanted for them. Since I was the third born, the 2 are not there. Most of the responsibilities came to me, and after BEC, I had to go and do some menial works like weeding, selling, washing bays, doing washing bays, and so many other things. And even though I was doing those works, it still didn't add up well to cater for my SHS education expenses. So my mom had to take 10 cloth from my Ekulak bag and move with me to the marketplace and sell it before we could catch up with the prospectus for the SHS schooling. In SHS, life too didn't really go well as usual. My mom was initially selling vegetables, but most of the time the income from the vegetables was not able to cater for my sister's education, and at the same time also for daily life activities in the house, and also get some to send it to me in the SHS. So even in the SHS, sometimes I had to go and do some little works like helping some teachers or helping some friends, so that maybe I'll get little money or help.
It hasn't been easy. My mom used to sell perfume and cosmetics, but then her business started dwindling, and she had a problem with my uncles, and they abused her. So she was admitted at the hospital for a very long time, and this collapsed her business, because most of the cosmetics normally has expiry date, so almost all her business collapsed. So when she came out, she couldn't continue with the business. And my dad, on the other hand, was selling plastic rubbers, as in baskets, buckets, those kind of things. So I and my siblings helped him to do the selling, and that has been our source of livelihood from then. My mom, who used to support, now has nothing, so we all have to feed on my dad's business. I and my siblings roam around with these items, we sell them, and we've been feeding on it. We feed on it, we clothe, and it has to sponsor our education too. So it hasn't been easy. I, on the other hand, have somehow been lucky because almost all the teachers I meet during my education have been very supportive one way or the other.
As determined as I was, I came to the school all the way from Volta region without knowing where I was going to survive and where I would lay my head. After the admission, I called upon few friends or my former classmates who are already in the school, and they told me, I explained my situation to them, that how will I go about since I've already paid for the admission fee without the accommodation fee. So a few friends recommended DOSA to me. So when I came, I went to DOSA and then I narrated my story to the director. Then, God being so good, he offered me the accommodation.
So after SHS, since our life has been from JHS to the SHS, and in terms of financial challenges and difficulties, I didn't even have any hopes for making it to the tertiary. So I just decided to be a community teacher, teaching in private school from 6 in the morning to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Then also decided to be taking one-on-one teachings, and on weekends also doing some menial works like washing days and trying to get money for my younger sister's education. I have little sisters too, Miriam and Christine. So I was doing those work to help them in their education and also provide some in terms of feeding and maybe any other expense in the house.
The portfolio of senior prefectship back at my school was only for male, but I was encouraged to go in for the prefectship because of my passion and love for gender equity. When I went in for it, I got it, and I became the first female senior prefect for my school. Even though the journey hasn't been easy, but I kept pushing. When I first applied for KNUST after my senior high school education, my daddy told me to wait because he couldn't afford for my school fees and accommodation. My dad told me to wait so that we can save up money and I'll go maybe in the next few years. But my teachers thought it wise that I had to go to school because I was very passionate about school. Anything concerning school, I loved it. So they encouraged me, and one of my teachers even gave me money and helped me choose the course I'm currently studying. My dad had to borrow money and all that, and he was later able to pay for my school fees, but he wasn't able to pay for my accommodation. So when I came to this school, I didn't have an accommodation. But luckily on my side, I called my teachers back at school, and they gave me a number of one of the students in this school who happened to be the current Women's Commissioner, Mavis Akobila, to help me out. So she took me to the Directorate of Student Affairs, where I met the director, who agreed to help me with accommodation. And that was how I got accommodation.
I heard of the SONSOL project on our school platform as well as DOSA platform. So I then applied, and then I've been called for the interview and everything, and then I'm glad to say that I'm part of those who are privileged to be sponsored.
How I was held by the DOSA, I was called by them again that I've been nominated for the SONSOL project, and a date was given to me to come for the interview, and I went for the interview. After the interview, I had a message that I've been selected for the SONSOL initiative.
I had a recommendation from the Directorate of Student Affairs to come and have an interview, and so that maybe I might be chosen as part of the beneficiaries of the SONSOL project. And that was how I went for the interview.
I believe with this laptop from the SONSOL project will help me greatly in my academics, especially doing my assignments and submitting them on time, getting access to my course materials online, as well as doing other online courses to supplement my degree.
For me, getting a laptop would be an upgrade in my life, but that's my first time. And also, as a meteorology and climate science student, most of our work is experimental and also handling of models and algorithms and stuff. So it will help me to become better in the world of programming, and also it will help me to be able to access some programming sites.
As a quantity surveying and construction economics student, I think having a laptop is going to go a long way to help me in my educational journey.
I would like to use this opportunity to thank the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dickson, for this good initiative, the management as well as the sponsors for their immense support. Because without them, we the beneficiaries will not get access to this electronic device, which will support our academic performance.
Special thanks goes to Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dickson, the Vice-Chancellor of KNUST, the management, DOSA, and also the sponsors of the SONSOL initiative. I really thank you very much for coming in my way with such a help. I'm very thankful.
To all my colleagues out there who think they have these stories and their journey has been very rough and they think they have to give up, they can't do it, please don't let your background be a limitation to you. You can do it. KNUST is here to help you. We have great people here in KNUST who would love to support us all to reach our dreams.
KNUST continues to be on a transformative journey to create a brighter future for these extraordinary individuals. By supporting the project, we can meet their needs and ensure they receive the education they deserve.